Pope, 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 Pope. Child of prophecy, you have reached me at last. I was hoping to be alone with you, but I see my executors and warriors let me down again. Now, Justice, as promised, shall I begin with the story you've been dying to hear? I already got Olivia back. All I want now is your death. I didn't appear before you at Liam's grave for no reason, Justice. Are you certain your father died in the Spring War? What? Justice, now! Yap! Highberry, Luna, get ready for us to break the barrier. Okay, keep it up. Who else would be up for leading the resistance against me but you, Liam Bernard? Liam Bernard? Bernstein, what is he talking about? Focus on the fight, Justice. Justice was so close to making a name for himself as a supreme warrior. Is it really necessary for a father to crawl out of his grave to ruin his son's future like this? You're Liam Bernard? You're really my father? No way. Bernstein? Had to come out eventually. I'm sorry I hid the truth from you, Justice. I just thought the fight with the Pope would be the most appropriate time to let this slip out. Even I didn't know he was alive until recently. No wonder why the executors sent after the death squad repeatedly failed in their missions. But even bleaching your beautiful blonde hair and growing a bushy beard cannot fool these eyes. And that's why you ordered Justice's death. It's always very troublesome when a father and son join forces. I knew you would recognize them at a glance. I was hoping that would not happen until the two of you crossed swords in a war. But before the war could even begin, Justice got himself captured by your death squad. It was a complete and utter disaster. Are you really my father? I'm sorry for I disappeared so suddenly right before the Spring War. For opposing the war, I was forced to become a test subject. So I never forgot to say goodbye to you. Or I never got to say goodbye to you. Oh, Father. If you knew everything, why did you wait until now? Good question. I had no choice but to hide my identity. Even from the death squad. It was only because he thought I was dead that the Pope selected you to be a royal palace warrior. Had he known I was alive, I'm sure the Pope would have executed you or made you his prisoner. But I waited for so long. I'm sorry, but as you know, I was a test subject. I didn't have much longer to live. I didn't want you to give you the pain of losing your family twice over. Now you're dropping the bombshell that you're gonna die soon. That's still better than to be parted without knowing anything. Right, can we talk about our unfinished business after we get rid of the Pope? Haha, just wait, Justice. This time I'll allow you to witness your father's death personally. Anyway, your fellows are merely a sideshow. Shall we get to the main performance? You are the protagonist here, Lucia. The witch hunts, the wars with the death squad, everything in this era has been to set the stage for you to fall into my hands. Oh, he's got some flair. Was the twirl necessary? Ah, dark magic. This is too much. Why are you so obsessed with power? You have Aramut's fountain. You don't know what I'm fighting against. I have good reason to crave this power so desperately. Come to me, Lucia. I need you. Let's see, shield. Don't know which one of these is better. Red? Maybe it's red. Let's see, dark castles, question marks. Alright. We summon all the pets. This guy out here. Oh shoot, I can summon Luna? Oh, is she already here? Okay, cool. Just making sure. Let's get some Steam Golem in here. I do love a good turtle, but maybe the occasional Stunlock will be it. Boar Jr. And let's just kick it off intensely. Now. Oof. Eat the big pie. Oh shit, I used my turn and not the birds. Whoops. But it's okay, I'll get a bonus turn here. Check this out. Get this blessing out. Hit him with the pew pew pew. Life fruit? Yeah. Maybe I should just be attacking the guy in the middle, except with Luca. Everyone else is doing splash damage. Big damage. Ah, that's a big sword. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was splash damage. It's not my fault though, I've never seen her do things. Boar charge, is it the good boar charge or the regular? It's regular. That guy can get it. Do you do splash damage? Nah. I don't want a gravity yet. Not yet. What do I want to do? I want you to hit the Pope with the Peanut Shark signal flare. Launching Peanut Shark! Wow. I don't know when that's gonna hit, but it's gonna be great. I got a feeling there's a big fight after this, but still, in case there isn't. Let's see, and the shield's down. Hit him with the gravity. Blurp. 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 And here comes the Peanut Shark. Was not a significant amount of damage. Alright, check it out. I hit him with the big magic. That'll infuse my weapon with fire damage. Oh. Yeah, let's use the crit on the lightning bolt. Why not? Is he dead? Yeah. The witch hunt ends here. We did it, Pieberry. We avenged Robin. Ugh, to be defeated by a mere child deity with only a fragment of the spring's power. Liam. Selvis, do you have any last words? No good can come from letting him sprout more of his lies. Allow me to cut his throat right here, Father. Justice, you have to let me live. I found a way to keep my test subjects alive. A way to keep Liam alive. Huh, I won't fall for your deceptions. My father has survived just fine long after he became a test subject. That's because Liam has been saving his strength for this moment. He spent it all to fight me. Do you think he will last much longer? Justice, forgive me. What was the Pope telling the truth? I didn't want to put you through two farewells. I heard that the Temple Lords can raise the dead. There is hope yet. I think you meant heard. I do not deserve to be blessed by the gods. Of course you deserve it. Who else has sacrificed so much to bring about a new era? A new era. Those are simply your human standards, Justice. Human standards? You helped end the witch hunt too. A deity would deem it more worthy of saving a poor child deprived of her full life rather than an old man who has lived far beyond what he was due. Justice, It is not for me to judge whether I deserve to live longer, but the compassion of the one who will grant it. Is it this because you feel guilty about not protecting my mother? How embarrassing. You've seen straight through me. We were only just reunited and you're already thinking of leaving me again? Justice, I'll talk to my mom. I'll make sure she... Such foolish hope. I am the only hope you have, and you have forsaken me. Only I, with Lucia as my executor, can I face... Are you saying there's a source of evil we don't know about? Liam, there's a being who gave me power. The magic he granted allowed me to harness the power of Aramute's spring. I see. So there was someone else behind the Spring War. But now he has transcended all existence. He has come to embody dark magic itself, and now he seeks to turn the world into darkness. Who? Who was it? Lucia. All this time I sought to prevent the destruction of the world. Even now, it's not too late. It's a little late for a redemption arc, yeah. If you become my test subject, I can surpass him. Crown? The Supreme Warrior? You're finally here! I like look at this happy greeting on her face as there's blood splattered all over. Hi, Barry. That's the ally I was talking about. But something's wrong. Blah, 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 blah. Crown absorbed the Pope's dark magic. Service. You certainly gathered a lot of dark magic. Crown, what's going on? Taking back the power of the magic of the springs. I granted the Pope. Nothing more. I knew I could rely on you. Thanks to you, dealing with the Pope was a breeze. Yeah. This guy is the real deal. We need to attack him with full force. Now. We wouldn't want to cause a commotion right in front of the spring. What's going on? Why does he have dark magic? Luna, I think we've been lied to. Big time. You told me he was on our side. But no matter how I look at it, that energy is too evil. Right. This isn't the man I knew. It's you! Master, we must defeat him before he unleashes his true power. Let's go! Now, Pieberry. Great, Luna, ready. Dang. Wow, what a wonderful fireworks show. Irk. How did he survive the direct hit? Still, he's weakened greatly. Now's our chance. Luna, we need to match up our attack. Yeah. Or Justice, are you okay? I'm fine, but Pieberry, my sword flame is gone. I'm sorry, I was preparing something so big, so I lost my magic connection. Pieberry, do you need more time? Oh, we're really doing the, what's it called? The spirit bomb. Now, all I have to do is shoot it. But Crown is recovering faster than expected. Pieberry, what should we do? If I don't get this right, it's the end. Fire now before it's too late. I don't know. How foolish. What a waste of magic. What do I do? He's containing the explosion. This barrier. Hey, Jude. You can't move your body, can you? That rare metal armor I gave you contains my powerful restraint magic. What use is restraint magic here? You underestimate humans. You never know what a man might be capable of in the face of death. Sylvis, you provided me with an opening. Father! Hey, get out of the way. This won't be enough to kill you. If you don't remove the sword, you'll die too. I'm already dead. Why don't you accompany me? Burstein! Father! There was still hope. How could you be so reckless? The enemy was too strong. There wasn't enough time to cling to hope. Before it was too late, I wanted to do what I could to give you a goodbye as a father. I can't let you die like this. Do you know how long I covered up the hurt of my loss of my father with rage? But no matter how much I did that, the empty hole in my heart could not be filled. Justice, do not grieve for me. Only now have we been freed from the shackles of the Pope's lies. You have more than lived up to the name I gave you. No. Reminds me of the day I left you before the Spring War. You were just a little boy, crying just like this. Like a bitch. I realize now how I failed you. What are you talking about? I taught you nothing but bravery and discipline. Believed it was the only way to make you strong. But to think all you are left now is emptiness. I was a failure as a father. It's not what a child who has never known a mother's embrace needs. It's okay. Teachings could never hope to replace a mother's embrace anyway. Just fill the void in your heart with gentleness. Highberry, please. Share your warmth with justice. Burstein. I promise I'll be his best friend forever. Thank you. What a sweet deity. I'll go and wait with your mother. Take your time coming to meet us, Justice. Father! No. I like that his final moments were spent being the best wingman ever. Burstein left his magic sword. Left his magic in the sword. He completely purified it of dark magic too. He wanted to be with justice even in death. Father. I'll never forget your final words to me. Master, look! Oh, dang. Uh-oh. A black dragon? When did that get in here? Worry not. I'll cut it down with my father's sword. That abomination has finally shed its shell. What is it, though? Jude, the source of all evil. Jude? Aramute's guardian animal. The one who started the Spring War. The dragon is Aramute's guardian animal? I thought it was so strange that he completely vanished after the Spring War. He's been hiding his magic with golden armor all this time to trick the spring. I can't believe my physical body was destroyed by a mere mortal and a tiny deity. I needed that shell to continue deceiving the spring. How could you do this? You're supposed to be a guardian animal. To accomplish what was impossible for your kind, to save the world from dark magic. Dark magic is a force that can lead the world to destruction. I will purify the world by sealing the dark magic scattered across the continent in my body. Can't really expect us to believe that, can you? Yeah, seriously, is everybody trying to secretly save the world? I understand that my appearance may look sinister right now, shrouded as I am in the darkness. But, daughter of Elysian, have you learned nothing from the witch hunt you endured for so long? Have you not been labeled a witch because of your purple skin and hunted down because of your powerful magic? Skin's not super purple. Are deities truly as blind as humans? Only justice is blind. But it's too dangerous to have all that dark magic gathered in one place. I'm sick of your deities and your noble pretenses as you neglect the world for year upon year. That's why the Pope... why I gave the Pope the power of the spring and made him start the Spring War. I knew their foolish nobility would never allow them to attack humans. You're nothing more than a coward who made humans fight for you because you're afraid of the power of the Temple Lords. The only cowards are the Temple Lords. Their taboos prevented me from freely gathering my strength. But I went ahead and broke these taboos anyway, and now look, I far exceed their power. And why did you kill the Pope? Because he was no longer useful to you? No, the Pope who betrayed me. He was afraid of my immense power. He refused to return the power I gave him and began creating the executors instead. So the executors were all created only to kill you. Yes, that fool believed that the child of prophecy had the power to kill me. So he experimented on countless young deities to perfect the process for when he had me. It all revolves around you. I used you too. You did? I had numerous opportunities to kill you, but I refrained from doing so, and upon seeing the blessings within you, you were waiting for me to gather them all. It was a pleasant wait. It's much easier to capture you and take the blessings than it would have been to break the spring seals. Dream on, I'll never let you take the blessings. Typical arrogant deity. Fine, resist if you can. Blanc, blanc, blanc. Ooh, these guys have a lot of health. Alright, let's get the pets in here. I'm gonna want... Alright. Well, this guy's a given. He's just the best because he can make me move again. Let's see. I think I want some high impact explosions. And what about lightning ball? Need more splash damage out here. Alright. Pie me. You have to tank a few hits. It'll only be for one round. It'll be fine. And we'll wail on Dark Ego number... Ah, it should have been number 1. My bad. How's that guy so speedy? Does not matter. Alright. Get aim hard out here. We'll steely the Heelys. Nice try. Gotcha. I see what's happening now. So Luna's ice magic keeps throwing these guys off their attack. Or off their schedule. Which is good. Okay, you keep horn lobbing for now so that I can use Aimhard's blessing a little longer. Pew pew pew! Will the splash damage hit everybody? No. But the missiles should have. Oh, when I kill these guys, it heals him. Neat. Neat fiery death. Blue Moon. Will the splash damage hit everybody? Nope. Yes? I hit that guy. Ooh, that's so good. Alright, what can I do? Hit you with Aura's arrow. Then I'm gonna hit you with a bonk. Gives me the turn bonus. It's triple stack gravity on you. And we'll suck the life out of your friends. There. I should be sufficiently immortal. Earth explosion. Big splash? Not big enough. Blonk. Hit him with a... Oh, I've got infinite peanut shark? Nobody told me that. Coordinate set. Launcher ready. Launching peanut shark. Hit him with more fire. How much damage is this? 1017. Wow, that would kill me if I wasn't ready for it. Alright. Check this out. Oh, okay. I can only peanut shark so many times, huh? Check this out. I'm gonna dismiss Kariko. I'm gonna summon or Junior. And save the lightning bolt for one more round. You hit him with a quadruple. Wonder if I can use Peanut Shark multiple times per combat. Seems like I can. Signal, coordinates, launcher. More Peanut Shark. And more life for the Life God. Honestly, he doesn't feel that much harder than the Lightning Dragon, but maybe I've gotten a little bit stronger. Probably it. Alright. Let's start stacking some stuns on this guy. Oh, is that all? Give me some super magic recovery. Is that it? Okay, big pie. I don't think there's any mystery here. It looks like we're gonna beat him. But is he the final boss? It doesn't look like I can stun him out of this. Unless I could slow him down with ice. Luna's gonna do that. Okay. And with the big swings. Okay, delay him enough, please. Nope. No delay. He's gonna hit me for all my bonus life here. That wasn't so bad. Did steal a lot of my magic powers, though. And with more fire. Wow, alternate between that and the quadruple hit. Maybe I can just mash him down fast enough. He sure takes a long time off in between there. Okay, he's gonna get hit with the stun, but I'm gonna immediately stun him out of it. Or slap him out of it. That's fine. Doesn't have much left. Ooh, those are some good numbers. Steam Golem number 3 is really good for this fight. Let's see. Just keep the pies coming. Will this be enough? No? Alright, get hit by the ice moon. Eat it. Is it really over? GG. Thank you, Rike. Black Joe, what do you think? Unfortunately, Jude has only used a fraction of his power. I'm sure he'll be back on his feet soon with more of his original strength. Then let's find Aramude's spring while we have the chance. Good idea. I don't have the energy to fight anymore either. Huh? Justice, you have to stay alert. The dark magic is spreading everywhere. Ah, he's finally awake. Don't you think you're too relaxed, Black Joe? Jude's magic is far stronger than even earlier. Yeah, he does appear to be nearing his full strength. He'll grow even larger than he is now. What do we do? We've done everything we can. It was an admirable attempt. What are you saying? Are you suggesting we give up? Give up? No, not at all. All I'm saying is that if the kids have done this much, then it's about time for the adults to step up. Adults? Jude has broken through the ceiling. If he gets any bigger, the castle will collapse, but he doesn't want to damage Aramude's spring either. Which presents us with an opportunity, you know what I mean? Right, the final blessing. No one will stand in our way now. Huh? This isn't a spring. I don't feel any magic. What? All there is here is the spring sealing stone. Come to think of it, the spring never used to be here. What's going on? Highberry, the castle is collapsing. We have to escape. Highberry, what are you doing? If we get out of here, I'll never see my mom again. I've come this far, I can't go back. Master, it will all be even more of a waste if you die here. I can't move my feet. What do I do? Master! The spring. Could it be? Floor around this statue is unusually scratched. Always bothered me whenever I met with the Pope. Highberry, over here. Justice, you're the best. Highberry. Well, you're worried about Robin, aren't you? Go to him. Thank you. You better make sure you survive this. Oh, dang. Oh, shit. The dragon's coming out of the Pope's castle. It's huge. The buildings are crushed by everything. What's going on? Ignorant humans. Buildings are being crushed by the castle shield wall. Isn't the appearance of a black giant supposed to be the sign of an apocalypse? Ignorant humans. The Pope allowed himself to get drunk on dark magic and met a miserable end. The dragon can speak. The Pope is dead. Impossible. I mean, the giant devil dragon did say it after flying out of his bedroom. Humans, you are now powerless to save yourselves. Despair all you please. Let your voice reach the child of prophecy within the castle. If you do so, a descendant of the full-blooded deities will appear with all the blessings to save you. Hurry, daughter of Elysian, before the castle falls. It's like he wants us to do this. You know, because he said so. The spring really is underground. Now I have to hurry up towards Aramude Spring. Oh. Ta-da! Have no fear, Kana's here. Kana! Irene! Great! I arrived just in time. Whew. That was close. How'd you get here without a teleportation altar, Irene? I used the magic circles I drew on Justice's armor. Genius! But the castle's falling apart. I know. That's why we're here. My golem will protect Irene while she sets up a barrier. My barrier will slow the collapse as much as possible. Okay, but promise you'll get out of here as soon as there's any danger. Don't worry about us. We'll get out as soon as we see the spring react. You better stay safe too, because everyone out there is worried about you. Stay strong. You're everyone's hope. Thank you so much, Pieberry. I've never met my dad again if not for you. You're the coolest. You're my hero. So we need to survive this and see each other again. Thank you, everyone. I'll make sure I do. finally reached the final spring. It's time to gather the last blessing and revive the temple lords. Aramude Spring! Aramude! I have the last blessing! Black Joe, what do we do now? I don't know. You don't know? Why not? We came all this way under the belief that gathering all the blessings in one place would revive the temple lords. With that turning out incorrect, I'm lost. There's nothing else left to do. Let's get out of here. You go first, Justice. I have to see my mom. Hi, Barry! Are you okay? Thank you. You want to see your mom again, right? Then you have to survive this first. You can start looking for her again once we get out of here. Kana and Irene seem to have made it out just fine, but the entrance is completely collapsed. This can't be it. Thank you for everything, Justice. Are you telling me to get out of this alone? It's not just for you, it's also for Verstein. Why do you keep dodging? Hi, Barry. I met my father again thanks to you. You helped me learn the truth I've been searching for. So I refuse to abandon you. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die with you. There's no reason for you to die too. You're gonna make your father's sacrifice meaningless? My father's sacrifice doesn't mean that I must survive all on my own again. He wanted my emptiness to be filled with your gentleness. If I'm the only one to survive, I'll be left with that emptiness all over again. I'd rather be with you until death do us part. I don't know how to describe these emotions, but maybe this is the fulfillment my father spoke of. But Pieberry, thank you for correcting my misplaced anger. Before you, I would risk my life for nothing. But now, if I lose my life, it will be for something worthwhile. Justice. Mind if I interrupt? We don't have much time. Black Joe, you too? What would be the point in a world without you? It's been a lot of fun. It was nice. It was a nice change of pace from serving Elysian. Me too. So glad I had you with me, Black Joe. I could never have hoped to get anywhere near this far without your help. Hee. Alright, I made up my mind. We're all getting out of here together. What? But if you give up on the spring, you won't be able to meet your mother. If I can't stop the spring from being destroyed, I'll just have to meet my mom a little later. Are you sure you won't regret it? There's no knowing how long you'll have to wait. It's sad, but I'll just have to try and think up a new way to meet her. Right now, you two are much more important. Lucia! Mom? Elysian! Pieberry's mother? My dear daughter, you finally did it! Mommy! I suppose it all worked out in the end after all. Oh, it's always like this with her. Never a moment's rest. I knew we would meet again. But it appears the evil is running amok outside. So, shall we postpone our joyful reunion for a while? Pew pew pew. Tamar, your master is no more. Why do you stand in my way? During the Spring War, I had no choice but to bend to Durok's will. But with Durok gone, I'm free to risk my life to stop you. How reckless. You cannot defeat me, Tamar. I'm not the one who will defeat you. Are you waiting for Elysian's daughter to gather the final blessing? As am I. Soon I will take all of her blessings for my own. Why not join me instead, Tamar? I'm far stronger now than those who called themselves God. I'm all too aware of your strength. But that is all you have. You are alone. From the top ropes. Typical. You extinguished your flame the moment you swerved towards the town. Disappointing. You have grown weak as your master, and that is why you were doomed to fail. Now return to your master's side. That's enough. Durok! Already? How? It's impossible. Are you still alive, Tamar? As you can see, I cling on to life. You have done well. Go back and rest. Hello, Jude. It's been a while. Who needs chains? I felled him with a single punch. Seriously? Single punch won't be any use. He needs to be chained up to keep him quiet. Quiet? He'll rampage even harder than before in an attempt to break them. Shall I show you what a real binding is? It's this kind of overwhelming force. How are they? You fool. Were you waiting for Lucia to gather all the blessings? Don't tell me the blessings were... Yes, once the blessings were gathered in one place, we were resurrected. And you deliberately entrusted those blessings to a child? Is that how little you think of me? Jude, this was an inevitable result of your greed. You would never have been able to harm Lucia with her blessings. That's why we closed the spring, so that you would require the blessings. It's time for you to pay for your sins, Jude. I hate you so much. You always talk like you know everything before it happens. I have amassed magic far greater than yours. Once I break these bindings, it's the end for you. He's so noisy. Mind if I do something about it? Alright, your thunder is far louder. How could this happen? For millennia, I've been gathering magic to surpass you. Count yourself lucky. If Elysian took part, you'd already be dead. Indeed. It's a shame, but I simply will not be able to restrain my power. The only reason you still draw breath is because Aramude had something to say. Aramude, my old master. You let such great power go to waste and died at the hands of the humans. And now you show your face before me again? You've been playing with me all this time. I have known for a long time that you were gathering dark magic in secret. Then why didn't you stop me? Because I couldn't. To be more precise, my power was insufficient to extinguish the dark magic already within you. Typical. Incompetent deities. That's why I stepped up in your place. I will collect all the dark magic within magic within my body and accomplish what you have failed to do. Is what I've done so wrong? Were you the ones who brought dark magic into the world in the first place? Indeed. The primordial deities are at fault for that. But how can you not realize what you're making the same mistake right now? Same mistake? How is it the least bit comparable? You completely disregarded any being other than yourself. You were concerned only with your own perfection. And what was the result? A war of attrition, villages burned, senseless sacrifice and sorrow, entirely unnecessary death and suffering. It was necessary step towards the ideal. You are sorely mistaken, Jude. Dark magic itself does not create conflict in the world. You're merely unleashing the latent power and desires of each individual. It transforms you into the being that exists only for yourself, encouraging the destruction of all but the self. That is the core of dark magic. Lies. I have complete control over this dark magic. Don't you still not comprehend? It's that the mind that counts, not the power to control it. Jude, the dark magic has deceived you, just like so many others before. Can you sincerely tell us that the current state of the world is the ideal that you were hoping for? But why did you entrust the task to Elysian's daughter? Was it necessary to go through so much trouble to deceive me? The days of ancestral deities guiding the world with their powerful magic are over. The world needs a new generation. A new generation that is not strong but arrogant like us. So we have set the stage for small, weak beings to grow greater in the face of the world's pain. As a result, we witnessed the miracle of dark magic being purified. A human completely purged herself of dark magic. And another soul, once a messenger of Aimhard, completely destroyed the dark magic that had tainted her daughter. Further still, the soul of a human who wanted to protect his son completely purified himself of dark magic. This was accomplished by beings you have looked down upon. It was the dream we wanted to fulfill so badly that even our ancestors failed to do so. This is the new era we sought to create. Lucia will be a new milestone in that era's birth. So, I was bait for the history you wanted to write. The ending I spent a millennia preparing for was just this? How hollow. I admire the loyalty you showed me for so long, Jude. But you have not used the power you gained from me wisely. And so, I must destroy your body. Is that wise? With the loss of my magic, my body, all of the dark magic I gathered, that I barely sealed away, it will be scattered. And that too will be borne by these those of the new era, as I said. Now perish. I left home in search of strawberry pie, and it ended like this. The villages destroyed by Jude have begun to be rebuilt by Durok's power. Humans killed in the war were brought back to life by my mother's powers. And humans began to make wishes to the deities again. Everything was back to normal, as if nothing had happened. You wouldn't be able to tell anything has changed at all. Except for me, of course. I never thought I'd sit on this hill with my mom again. Do you remember us resting here before? More like I remember the feeling of being in your arms here. I never felt such a warmth with anyone but you. You have so many of your lost memories, but you retained those emotions? That's right. And that's what drove me to leave the forest. Come to think of it, why did I lose my memory in the first place? Is it just because I was so young? Or perhaps Ark was trying to protect you. Huh? Black Joe? But why? Uh-oh. Did you already work it out? Why? What's wrong? Actually, I dipped you in the pond at the pudding cave. What? The pond not only absorbs the magic of the deities, but also their memories. That's why you forgot all your childhood memories. I suspected I didn't lose those memories entirely naturally. But why did you do such a dangerous thing? When you were 8 years old, you went on a rampage, seeking revenge on all humans. So I dipped you in the lake. Luckily, all you lost were your memories. That's why you only watched me from afar afterwards. Yeah, I was worried that if you saw me, the memories would come back. I see. Since you did protect me, I suppose I can forgive you. Thank you, Black Joe. Been through so much for my sake. I basically raised you. Good work, Ark. What would you like as a reward? For you to dispel the ugly bird spell you put on me? I'm afraid I can't do that. What? Why not? Sorry, I only learned how to cast the spell, not dispel it. Hack! Does that mean I have to look like this for the rest of my life? You're so small, you'd make a good pillow. Or even a footrest. Wow, good idea! I'll have to try that. Ark has a surprising amount of uses. I'll show you them all in time. Like mother, like daughter. But Mom, I have a friend I want to introduce you to. Who? Hello, Elysian. My name is Justice Bernard. Oh, you must be the young man from the spring. You certainly are handsome. You passed the test. But why are you wearing armor? Aren't you hot? Yeah, take your shirt off. I was told to come right after my shift. Go away! Wow, I didn't know that little 001 was hidden in the forest. I hid it there away from the Pope's eyes. I made 12 in total. The original 001 was actually too big to hide properly. Luckily, the Pope didn't find it here. She's been living here all this time and didn't notice this giant metal robot sitting 2 feet away from her house. Alright then, let's start with the rusty pressure pump. Ah, I'm so excited to see your skills with my own eyes. I'll teach you everything I know. Watch closely. Wouldn't it be better to split the pressure pump into 3? You don't think I've already tried that? Even locked up in the Pope's dungeons didn't stop my research. In theory, 2 pumps should be ideal, but not in practice. I was the one responsible for testing all the Pope's many golems. Really? The ones my golems beat easily during the war? Oh, dang. Come now. You've forgotten how the original creator of 001, 002, and 003. And it was my tinkering that made them even better. Huh. How about we have a rock hauling contest with our modified golems? And what will I win? I don't waste my time in trivial things. Don't you think it's a little too combative between family? I was expecting a cozy atmosphere, but this is something else. They have similar personalities. Better than them being awkward with each other, don't you think? I like it. Anyway, what are you two gonna do now? With the witch on over, there are no more warriors for us to raid. Well, I don't know much except golem maintenance. Hey, how's everybody doing? Ralph! What brings you here? I'm here to get what I was promised. What did you promise? Get those golems moving. As expected, Vivelia Village is a complete mess. There are collapsed buildings everywhere. Oh right, Ralph said he was going to do business with our golems. I just got back to replace from the palace with a contract for reconstruction. You made some kind of deal using my golems. Haha, this is a monopoly. If you cooperate, I'll let you have some fun. Is everyone ready? So I can keep up with the maintenance. I'll get straight to work with the demolition bombs. And I'll be the foreman on site. Good, everyone knows their roles already. Okay, starting today, we're the Flying Squirrel Construction Crew. Someone please explain to me what's going on. Hey, Cold Target, how are you doing today? Come on, let's go make some money. Lilac Village held a festival and celebration. Now that the Pope is gone, there's plenty of food for everyone. Nice cookies and sausage. Doing good, just woke up. How am I? Kana and her newly named Flying Squirrel Construction Crew are working with Ralph to rebuild the damage. And now Ralph has become one of the richest men in Vivelia. Robin and Olivia are getting on just fine too. Oh. They put on lipstick. There's nothing my mom can't do. Everyone gathered to pay their respects to Verstein. Not just the Death Squad, Matt, Kana, and Livia, but even the King and the Princess of Vivelia. I didn't even know those were real people. But the mood's so sentimental, Justice looks surprisingly pleased. He also provided someone the opportunity to resurrect Verstein. He said that his father had met his mother now and had much to talk about. Meanwhile, Irene became a mage in the Royal Guard. Having grown up among the Death Squad, she seems more comfortable within a military system. Luna's friends seem to be on good terms now. I often go to her house with them. Alfredo is learning a new job with his dad. Oh, that's his dad. Apparently, he has a surprisingly delicate hands and something else. But it's really up to my mom whether or not to free Neryl. Ethan's whereabouts are still unknown, though. Is he really headed for Urfa? Miro is doing well. She seems to have calmed down a lot. She even bonded with David. Miro is still a child at heart, after all. Everything worked out fine, aim hard. Yeah, I'm glad Miro isn't lonely during the time waiting. This moment feels just like a dream. An eternal dream that never needs to be awakened from. That's it. I think we got the good end. But to answer your question, I'm doing good too. We just beat WitchSpring R, and we're going to see what ending we got. So Arua, this is the end of the era you worked so hard to prepare. Yeah, I think this is a good way to end the Arua era. I'm glad the bridge to the next era has been so well built. I trust our descendants will do well in the age of Elysian. Perhaps an era where we are not needed at all will arrive sooner than expected. Ha! I hope so. Do you know how surprised I was when you picked me up and dodged that falling pillar? What was that you said? If you don't want to meet your mom by dying, then you'll have to live? What a great line. It's a real quote for posterity. That's the 10th time you've said that now. Aren't you tired of it? Oh, it is? Oh, it was just so dramatic that I can't stop thinking about it. Anyway, what was it you wanted to tell me? What a romantic date on the top of a bridge. You said you've always wanted to see the entire continent of Atelier. Well, from up here, you can see not just all of the temples, but even Lilac Village. What do you think? Wow. But do you remember when you first held my hand on this bridge? You went straight back about talking about what you wanted to. What was the excuse? Aha! My body moved on its own. You squeezed my hand even though the golem was pointing a cannon at you. Do you have to keep talking about these things? Was just trying to say how thankful I was. Sorry. Huh. This is the calmest I've ever felt in my life. There's a pleasant loneliness. A pleasant loneliness? Because now I'm able to miss Father properly. Before that, I didn't really miss him. More resented him for going off to war without telling me. Maybe that's why I vented my own anger on you, even though you'd done nothing wrong. You have no idea how mean you were. Hi, Barry. You continue approaching me because you knew I could change. I can't see the future or read minds. I was just interested in you because you seem so innocent compared to all these other warriors. Your handsome face played a big part too. Stop teasing me. I'm deadly serious. Huh. Among humans, such words can easily be misinterpreted. Please refrain from using them. Misinterpreted in what way? You would say such things to somebody you're attracted to. Do you think it's any different for deities? What? What? Oh. I got the heart filled with warmth achievement. Which continent should we travel to next? How about the continent of Durkar? We did it! Wow, so young. Did all this game by himself, but never mind. And some help from Yunju. Jaden, the QA manager. Okay, there's all the people. Lots of artists. Who have a bunch of which use their screen names. That's cool. Alright, but who did the story? Was it Joe Young? So Young? Oh, the Korean voice actors. I thought all the voices were in Japanese. There we go. But it's pretty clear that the game was developed by Koreans. That's pretty cool. I've been to South Korea before. It's lovely. You ever want a good tonkatsu? South Korea. Well, donkatsu there. D, not T, but it's delicious. Thank you for playing WitchSpring R. You will now be returned to the title screen. But will everyone be on my roof? Yes! Look at that roof. It's the coolest place to hang out. I'm trying to... Okay, so... They gave, what's-her-face? Oh, what was her face? Irene. She's over there with a military hat now. She's like the least recognizable person here. Here, I can move myself out of the way. You can see Livia hiding behind me. She got her normal hair color back. How come she gets her normal hair color back, but like, what was her name? Miro? How come she stays this skin tone? What they call purple. There's a big racist lion over here. All the temple guardians. This was a great game. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me. I'm so glad they remastered this game. I hope they remaster the other games too. I wouldn't be surprised if they were working on a WitchSpring R. Because the reception for this one was overwhelmingly positive. But if you just can't wait for the story, you can go ahead and play the second one today if you really wanted to. Or if you really want me to, you could let me know in comments or shoot me a message on Discord. I definitely had a good time with this game. And I definitely relate to the quest for strawberry pie. I think I'm gonna eat a strawberry pie right now. Probably not for real, but that's what I really, really want. Thank you so much, everybody who hung out with me for WitchSpring R. So glad I could finish it in time for like the Fae Farm DLC to come out. We'll play a couple of other games in the well, how many days do I have? Like 2 or 3, maybe 4. I wonder if we could beat Mirror's Edge in that time. I bet we could. If you watch it on Twitch, be sure to like and subscribe. Keep an eye on the schedule. If you watch it on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. Any money I do eventually make is just going to go to improving the quality of content on this channel. And if you need more videos, I dropped some more today. I think Hades. Yeah, we tried to beat it this weekend. You can see if we succeeded. Alright, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.